Hello there, and a very warm welcome to the France Buying Guide YouTube presentation. Well, I've had a few questions this week about banking in France and how you open an account. So I'm going to have a few words for you here about all that. Now, there are 8 main banks in France. There is BNP Paribas, Société Générale, Caisse de l'Épargne, Banque Populaire, Crédit Agricole, Crédit Mutuel, La Banque Postale, which is a post office bank, which is quite good, and LCL. There is also Crédit Agricole Britline, which is a branch of Crédit Agricole, which provides an English-speaking service. And now you can look that up at britline.com. There's no need to travel to France at all to open an account with Britline, and they are really popular actually with second homeowners. That might be a good consideration. The Crédit Agricole has no uniform charging policy, so you're not charged for any withdrawals at cash machines in France. BNP Paribas is a major bank in Europe, and LCL is what used to be called Crédit Lyonnais. The Banque Postale, as I was just saying, has the largest number of customers in France and does offer a great rate for savings. That might be worth consideration as well. Now, to open an account in any bank in France, you need to provide proof of ID, proof of your address in France, and in some cases proof of earnings and savings in order to establish a credit line, but not always. You're going to be provided with a checkbook, a debit credit card, and you'll be assigned to an actual bank manager. You do actually get a bank manager here still at your local branch. There's often a limit on how much cash you can withdraw from your account each day. Sometimes, usually actually, the limit is greater in your own bank, and other banks slightly less each day. It's best to choose a bank which has widespread branches. Smaller French towns may only have 2 or 3, so it's quite a good idea to check your locality and choose which one is nearest to you. Cash machines tend to be situated either at the actual banks or inside supermarkets. Online banking is popular now, as it is in the UK, and you can set up direct debits. That's called prélèvement in French, standing orders and such. And as I say, you'll have contact with your bank manager through the message system on that. Now, most shops, restaurants and bars do accept credit cards, but note sometimes at petrol stations, which are open often 24 hours, it may only be a French debit or credit card that will be valid. The chip and PIN system is widespread here now, and checks are gradually being phased out, although not quite as much as in the UK. It's always a good idea to inform your bank if you're leaving the country, so that you're aware that, well, they are aware that your card might be used elsewhere. Now, checks take up to 3 days to clear, much like in England, but your checkbook will have what's called a relevé d'identité bancaire, which is RIB, a RIB, and you'll often be asked for this when making a major transaction, such as, for example, renting a home or setting up an account in a shop, or a mobile phone, for example. They'll want a copy of your RIB, RIB. Now, banks are normally open between 9 and 12, and again between 2 and 5. Many are open now on Saturday mornings, but often they're closed on Mondays. Mondays is kind of a weird day in France. A lot of places still remain closed. As I say, there are several accounts available. You can have just a regular checking account or a savings account. Loans are available too, but will require the usual credit and income checks. And it's important, also very important, to remember that you mustn't go overdrawn in France without prior agreement. You can have an agreement with your bank manager for an overdraft, but usually this is only for a certain period. You can't sort of keep on using it. You can sometimes find that it'll be something like 15 days you're allowed to go into your overdraft limit, and then per month, and then that's it. But again, do ask about this, because you mustn't go overdrawn without actually asking. Now, when you move to France, you're perfectly entitled to keep your own English accounts, including credit card accounts, etc. But you must re-register with your new address. Do check on that. Most banks will allow you to put your new address in France onto it. So that's it. It's all rather boring stuff, but you do need to find out about these things. It's very important. With more advice on this, or indeed if you're going to be using currency exchange, talk to one of the chaps at Smart. They'll offer you a great service. And I will speak to you again soon. I wish you well for the rest of the summer. It's absolutely lovely weather here still, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thank you very much indeed for listening. Bye bye now.